Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for taking a look at influential marketing. So, today we are talking about influencers, and I wanted to take a look at two separate influencers. Influencers by my measurements. Of course, they are also experts. They are also like and know. They are definitely in all three categories, but I chose to really highlight them and spotlight them in the influential category. So we have Gary Vaynerchuk and we have Lisa Nichols. So let's start with Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary Vaynerchuk is the chairman of VaynerMedia. Of course, he started off with Wine Library, seems like now, eons and eons ago. And we also have Lisa Nichols. Now, Lisa Nichols is a author, a motivational speaker. She's also a great business and sales leader. So let's go ahead and dive deep into their posts, shall we? Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the examples. Now, for your pop quiz, we're going to take a look at some posts that Gary has put up here. So let's go ahead and dive into... Let's go with this post here, how to taste wine. So we're going to go ahead and click on this post, and this actual LinkedIn post is a LinkedIn kind of a blog post. So it shows here that this article originally appeared on his website, but it says, everyone wants to know how to taste wine. Here are the steps to taste wine like a pro. How to taste wine is the headline, right? What type of post would this be? If you said this is an educational post, you, my friend, would be correct. So educational posts really just give exactly what the word says, right? Education. Now, I like the way that they have the format here. He has a couple of different pictures in here about wine, so on and so forth. But this is an educational post. So let's go ahead and take a look at Lisa's content on Instagram. So we have this one here. Let's click on her post. It says, celebrate your life. Join me along with an incredible group of my fellow teachers in your new Soul Tribe this June 8th through 11th at Celebrate Your Life Chicago. Click the link in the profile to register now. You'll be so glad you did. What type of post was this? If you said this is a sales post, you, my friend, would be right. This is definitely a sales post, right? She has the information for an event that she has coming up. She has the link in her bio, so on and so forth. This is definitely a sales post. So let's take a look at another post here. Let's go with this one. When you have faith in yourself, you no longer allow your external situations to shape how you feel about you. Even if there's a hurricane around you, you're able to go to the center, to the eye of the storm, where you find that grounded, positive place. Inside that, you carry with you everywhere you go. What type of post this is? If you said that this is an inspirational, motivational post, you are correct. And she just has a picture of herself and she has the content to go along with the picture. So let's go ahead and go back to Gary Vaynerchuk's information or his social media post here. And let's take a look. Now, what's great about Facebook, as an influencer, you can place your events, so you're able to promote your events. You can also have a show. If you didn't know that you can have a show on your Facebook page, which really starts to build up your credibility in your know and like factor, which we have a whole nother section on know and like as well. But for the influencer, this is a great way for you to really dive deep and start to build that relationship and connection. And this also moves us into the expert field as well, because now we have all of this content and ways that we can showcase this content. Let's take a look at one of his posts. Really humbled, I got to sit down with Raz and Malik, two social media entrepreneurs in China. Definitely think this is an interesting take on parenting, education, family structure, and entrepreneurship. And he actually has a link to the YouTube video. So this is a YouTube video embedded on Facebook. What type of post would this be? So this particular post would be a show some love post, but this would also be a inspirational and a personal life post as well, because the video, if we were to click on the video, it'll take us directly to YouTube. I'm sure there's some information, and Gary Vee is very, very keen on sharing his personal and lifestyle type posts. He's definitely one of those influential individuals that really dives deep into sharing a lot about his life and things to that effect. So let's go ahead and take a look at another post. Let's go to Instagram now. So here we are on Gary Vee's Instagram. If you take a look here, he shows kind of some information about himself. He has a couple of different stories that he has here. And let's see, let's try this one. I want none. As I get older, one thing has become hugely obvious. When you speak to people in their late 70s, 80s, 90s, the one thing that pops out is regret. So many are scared to take chances because they don't want to be judged, or they aren't willing to take a step back financially in the short term. This is creating a huge missed opportunity for happiness and ultimately the lack of regrets. On this Monday night, please sleep on this. POV, right? Regret drives the SHIT out of me, right? What type of post would this be? If you said that this is an inspirational, motivational post, you, my friend, would be correct. This is definitely an inspirational, motivational post. It's also a bit of, and it actually says here, right? It says hashtag motivation, hashtag mindset. It's definitely a little bit of personal and lifestyle as well, because he's kind of explaining some of his theories, and it's a little bit of educational as well. So let's take a look at another post that he has here. How about, let's see if we can find one where, how about this one here, right? The people and businesses that understand how to create compelling stories that are reverse engineered from the context of the contemporary platform always win. The best newscaster in the 1960s, the person who was on the edge, so I think that was supposed to be Ed, and Silver show most often. The person who created TRL the most often. The people that crushed MySpace. It goes on and on. Please, my friends, become religious about distribution, not just content, and make sure you make content that understood the distribution channel. All right. What type of content is this? Now, and there's also a video, so. One thing that connects us is, okay, one thing that this will want everyone to talk with is understanding that attention is just like real estate, and the attention is the gateway drug to everything, right? And this is why he is definitely an influential individual. This is why I chose to place him in the influential category, because he really relies a lot, and he places a lot of emphasis on showing up, on being present, on having a media platform. He definitely really embodies that, and he truly believes it. Now, what type of post would this be? If you said this was an educational post as well as a tickler post, then you would be absolutely correct, because this is definitely an educational, where he's kind of giving some education, but he's also kind of tickling. Now, this is a good one. Too many people are playing checkers when the game is chess. Checkmate, right? What type of post would this be? If you said this was a funny post, as well as a little personal lifestyle, and I think it would be a bit of inspirational, motivational as well, you would be correct. This is definitely all of those kind of placed into one. Now, let's see if we can find a happy day example. So Gary Vee is very, very good at the inspirational, motivational quotes, and Lisa Nichols is really good at this as well. Let's take a look at Lisa Nichols' Twitter account. Shine your light, stand up, show up, rise up, turn it up. Be unapologetic about who you are. I know you have a story to tell that will bless others and give them their breakthrough, right? So What type of post does this be? If you said this was an inspirational, motivational, as well as sales post, you would be correct. The dead giveaway is the link, right? So there's really a way for you to, you don't have to be salesy to sell. You can totally just go ahead and um, move into saying something inspirational, motivational, and then placing a link after that to find out more information about what it is that you're saying. That link can go to a blog post, that link can go to your website, that link can go to more content, so on and so forth. It really doesn't have to be a salesy conversation. And here's another one. I love to help my students learn to share their story. Tune in and I'll share my audience connection formula with you. Just one of the secret sauce techniques I'll give you. And don't worry, this training doesn't cost a cent, right? So this particular one is a tickler post, right? I kind of gave that one to you, right? Didn't leave you on a cliffhanger there. This one is a tickler post because this is a behind the scenes. She's showing where she has a teleprompter, she has the video camera set up, and she is saying, hey, I'm doing this free class. Go ahead and take advantage of it. I'm teaching you how to do something. It's a little bit of an educational post as well, because once you click on that link, you'll go directly to some more education information. So that is all I have for you with influential. If you have any questions, if you're feeling completely overwhelmed with all of this information, if you don't know exactly which platform to start with, let's go ahead and do a deep dive over a couple of the platforms and their usage. If you're having any trouble, if you're feeling completely overwhelmed and you don't know which platform to start with, then go ahead and shoot me an email, or you can also send me a message via Facebook Messenger on my website. I would love to speak with you and to chat a little bit more and help you get your message out. Thank you so much for taking a look at this, and I will see you all soon.